You may think you realize everything there is to realize approximately intercourse, however, do you really? These 10 unexpected statistics can also trade your perspective. Men really want women to orgasm. While pop culture might also treat this concept as a delusion, biologically speaking, men are wired to pay unique interest to their partners at some point of sex. If a lady is not responsive or engaged at some point of intercourse, this will arouse suspicion and distrust. Guys are motivated to satisfy their companions, even though on this scenario, it is able to have less to do with ensuring her fidelity and more to do with protecting his reputation. For most of human history, if and rejected Andy for being an awful lover, it's a terrific bet that everyone in the community could discover about it. That might lower Andy's mate fee among different ladies. So Andy higher ensure that and is feeling precise. Ovulation impacts sexual attraction for both men and women. Guys rated armpit odors of ladies at various ranges in their menstrual cycle, and the most appealing smells, in step with the contributors, got here from girls who have been ovulating. A similar study located guys even to bear in mind the faces of ovulating girls extra attractive. It turns out that the 12 to 48-hour window while a female is ovulating, and may subsequently get pregnant, has a love potion effect on each sexes. Young men sense forced to have intercourse speedy, despite the fact that they don't need to. In The Sex Myth, author Rachel Hills cites several research which propose that guys aren't always the intercourse-crazed maniacs that the media depicts them as. One recent survey observed that 21% of 15 to 21-year antique guys have felt pressured by using a female to move further sexually than turned into cozy for them, and 56% of them stated they felt relieved when a girl associate wanted to wait to have intercourse. Men are larger and higher liars. Despite the commonplace notion that girls frequently misinform guys through makeup, padded bras, and hair extensions, on the subject of verbal lies, men have the higher hand, thanks to biology. In the male brain, Lewin Brizendine points out that men display a good deal less electric pressure in their voices whilst fibbing, which makes their lies sound more convincing. Some guys might also already be aware of a gift for telling alternative statistics. Happy couples agree with fantastic sex takes work. The delusion that the honeymoon phase lasts all the time for the happiest couples is a lie. The truth is, after 2 to 3 years, sexual pleasure starts to wane for maximum couples. The key to retaining an extraordinary sex existence, in step with new studies from the University of Toronto, is recognizing that it requires paintings and effort to keep the flame alive. In different phrases, the idea that awesome intercourse is robotically supposed to show up is often what prevents splendid intercourse from in reality going on. It takes less than a second to discern out if there's a spark. Actually, half of a second is all it takes on your mind to decide if a capacity accomplice is warm or now not. Mind knows who we preference and whilst we desire earlier than we are privy to it. Even greater captivating. The researchers located it takes even much less time for our subconscious to identify a person we discover unattractive. Sex/strain. Intercourse may additionally reduce your stress degree. Take a look at published inside the journal Biological Perspective requested contributors to take part in a traumatic pastime, inclusive of giving a speech or taking a complicated math quiz. The members who had vaginal sex earlier than a stressful mission had lower ranges of pressure and decreased blood pressures whilst in comparison to folks that had no intercourse, folks that masturbated, and people who had sexual touch without intercourse. Less sex, greater paintings. Researchers at the University of Göttingen in Germany determined that humans with a less than strong sex life have a tendency to take on extra paintings to catch up on their loss of achievement in the bedroom. The examine asked 32,000 human beings to describe their sex and paintings behavior. The researchers discovered that 36% of fellows and 35% of ladies who have intercourse only as soon as a week plunge themselves into their paintings. The more paintings you have, the greater pressure you have got, and the greater pressure you've got, the less sex you have. It's a virtually vicious cycle. Sex protects against cancer. According to some research, Men aged 50 and over who have frequent intercourse are much less in all likelihood to be recognized with prostate cancer than guys their equal age who do not have intercourse often. A study posted inside the journal BJU International Trusted Source discovered that sex and masturbation may additionally lessen the chance of prostate most cancers in older guys. Another observe posted in the Journal of the American Medical Association Trusted Source observed that frequent ejaculations in a man's 20s may additionally help lower his hazard of prostate most cancers. Sex relieves ache. Sex could make you feel true in a couple of manner. There's the apparent physical advantage, and then the much less apparent pain comfort. During arousal and orgasm, the hypothalamus inside the mind releases the texture-true hormone oxytocin. Researchers at Rutgers University in New Jersey found that this surge of oxytocin may also certainly assist ladies feel less pain, in particular for the duration of menstruation. Observe posted in the Bulletin of Experimental Biology and Medicine located that oxytocin in guys cuts ache notion via half of. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon.